Hey up, Steve Saxon here. Now, I'm in a good mood today because basically I've got my ham radio. Now, a lot of people might have seen me on the Meet the Breakers episode the other day. We tried to do an ham radio episode, and I went down and I chopped in a lot of CB equipment to try and get my hands on an ICOM 706. Now, as it transpired, there was some kind of mistake. Now, there were a lot of people jumping straight up bandwagon saying, if somebody did that to me, I'd punch the teeth out, and you want to go down there and get hold of that smuggler and put him in a bloody Nelson choke and choke him to death and things like that. Now, not only did smuggler apologise when I phoned him up, but it was just a misunderstanding. Now, I got ultimate faith in smuggler, and basically what's happened is it was a mistake. Tell you what happened, to cut a long story short. When I actually went back down to see him, he got a box for a Colt 295 on side. And I says, Juvenile, Chris, what's in that 295? And when we opened it up, there was an ICOM 706 Mark II-G in it. So it was just a simple case of the wrong radio was put away inside the wrong box. I'm very, very happy to report that I have got my radio, as you can see down here. This is the ICOM 706 Mark II-G. I'm basically on the border between West Yorkshire and Lancashire on the northern bank of the Pennine. And I basically just want to have a little play with it and see how it performs. 19er, Roger.
Fucking head for years. It's funny. It's off his head.
19er, Roger. 19er, Roger, come on.
He's off his trolley feet off, honestly.
I might have to turn power up. I'm only on low power. To be honest, I shouldn't need more than low power. But when you're on channel 19, and they're all bloody idiots, I'll just turn it up a little bit. To halfway. 19er, Roger, come on.
Oh, Roger, come on. Roger, come on.
Thanks, Brecky. Whereabouts are you, Brecky?
Yeah, I'm in Bradford, mate. I'm in Bradford. You've got the Fly here, mate. My name's the Fly.
Roger, Dodger, the Fly. You've got Steve Saxon here, Brecky.
Right. Are you alright there, Steve Saxon, there? Are you alright there, Steve?
I'm not bad, Fly. I'm not bad at all. I've just picked up a new radio. I went to see the smuggler and I sorted out my problems and I come away with a Mark II-G. And basically I've just thought, I know what I'll do. I'll drive to the other side of Bradford. I'll get up on top of Pennines here and I'll connect it up and I'll give it a shout out on 19 and see who comes back to me.
Well, you've got the Fly coming back to you there. You've got the Fly coming back to you, mate. And you're giving me 30 plus there. 30 plus to the other side of Bradford, mate. Top of 606. Saxon, the number 2 CB celebrity of all times.
Hello, Bradford Breckers. Steve Saxon here, top of Bradford. About 7 miles north of Bradford, up on hills.
Not good. He's not on it yet. Just on the other side. He wants it to go where he wants it. We ain't. Roger. Saxon ain't on it yet. Tomato. Well, that's what he says he is. Bam.
What do you mean, Saxon ain't on here? I'm bloody here. Can't you hear me?
He is talking. Can you hear him? He's blowing smoke, Steve. You're blowing smoke to me anyway, mate. Whereabouts in Bradford are you, Steve?
I'm about 6 miles north of Keighley. I've come all the way to Keighley and I've carried on through other side out towards Burnley and I'm up on hills there, mate.
Oh, Roger, it's near Burnley. It's coming towards Burnley there, Raggy.
Anybody who saw the video that I did with Meet the Breakers recently, we tried to get this ham radio off smuggler and it ended with a bit of disappointment. You know, I thought I was down £600 and stuck with a Colt 295, which I had £600 in. But as it transpired, it was just a genuine mistake. I went down to see the smuggler and we rectified the situation. They was both put away in the wrong boxes, so I ended up taking the wrong box. Well, the right box, it just had the wrong insides. It had the wrong radio on the inside. But obviously, it was very, very nice, was smuggler. We went down and we sorted it out. I'm quite happy because he gave me some money back as well, did smuggler. Obviously, I caused a little bit of distress, and he gave me £40 back. So not only did I eventually get the Mark II-G radio, but I also got £40 back off him, which he didn't have to do. You know, he rectified his mistakes, and on top of that, he gave me £40 back, just to say there were no hard feelings. He's got 2 radios and 2 boxes. It's very, very easy to put the wrong radio back in the wrong box, and that's what happened. So I'm going to continue having a little play with this Mark II-G for 5 minutes while I'm parked up here.
That's Saxon. Hey, always excuses. He owed me that 250 quid for years. I'm fed up of knocking on his door. All you can see is window switching. He's always sat on that bog, you know. You can hear him on bog. It's not right though, Shane, is it? I mean, making videos here as well.
suddenly shitting himself though, Shane, hasn't he? Always.
He has, mate, he has, but I'll get it off him, I'll catch him. He's mobile now, is he? And where are you, Saxon? I'll come and meet thee.
You won't find me, Shane. I'm over on the West Yorkshire-Lancashire border. I'm up on hills, and by the time you get here, I'll be back home.
Oh, whatever he's in, I'll smell of shit.
I wonder if he's took his porta potty with him. We got your porta potty with you?
No, but I've got some toilet roll just in case.
We got some shit paper. No, with that, Saxon. But I'll pop down when they gets down. When I comes home, I'll pop down again and see you.
Don't come for a couple of months, Shane. I can't pay that debt off until about June or something. I'm hoping to pay it off by summertime, but at minute as things stands, I ain't got enough money. And the money that I do have, I need to spend it on other things, you know.
What gets me, though, he comes out with shit like that splatter bomb. It's no money, but he's buying rigs off Smuggler. You know, off Chris Smuggler. He's buying rigs off him. Not just rigs, but HF radio 706 Mark 2Gs. And he's saying to me he's no money.
Exactly. Then what was the excuse for when you were roommate, Shane? You've been buying what, nappies?
Yeah, well, that's been an excuse for years, that. Buying nappies and chuffing toilet paper and stuff.
Where's that gold talk?
Saying he got stuck down bog and broke bog and replaced bog and had to do all his chuffing bog out and stuff like that. Excuses all the time, and then he goes out and buys something off Smuggler, Chris Smuggler.
I'd never lied to you, Shane. I tell you, I don't mind settling my debts. It's just I can't afford to do it at a minute. I've got more pressing things to spend my money on.
To hospital or something?
He needs something, he needs a plug up his ass. That's what he needs a cork up his ass.
This is car Shane.
Take his car, have you seen his car? It stinks of shit.
Then you shut up, Bandit 10. You keep your bloody nose out, because I don't know a single soul on planet who likes you, Bandit 10.
It's everywhere. It just stinks, Shane, doesn't it? There's diarrhea on the floor. It's everywhere.
Let's have a flick about. Anybody out there give me a radio report, please?
You're working Radio 5.
Thanks, buddy. Whereabouts are you?
Hey, Huddersfield.
No wrong with that, Huddersfield. You got Steve Saxon here, mobile Norfolk Pennines in between Keighley and Burnley.
Yeah, well, you got Andy this side. You're Radio 5 signal line.
Thanks a lot, Andy. You're sounding very pleasant yourself. Thanks, cheers and beers, mate.
Right, catch you later.
And that's what going on sidebands is all about. Being nice to people and having a bit of a crack. And it's better than listening to all that crap and splatter that comes on FM. You know, you ain't got everybody competing to talk over each other. You've just got some nice...
Yeah, go ahead, thank you, Vinny.
bit of skip coming and stuff. You can listen to a bit of skip, do a bit of DXing.
Radio report, give us a 9 over 5 there, Mike Scansdale. Yeah, Scansdale,
Somebody in Skelmansdale. That's right over in northwest.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That North Yorkshire station, can you copy Steve Saxon mobile?
Yeah, Roger, I'll call you, buddy, no problems at all.
Okay, Harrogate, I'm in between Keighley and Burnley on the north bank of the Pennines, Lancashire, West Yorkshire border, over. Thank you very much. Cheers and beers. Best 73s over in Harrogate. It's tremendous up here. That station at Skelmansdale, do you copy? Yeah, the mobile high ground in West Yorkshire, mate. You've got Steve Saxon just outside Keighley, West Yorkshire, over.
Okay, station in Keighley, West Yorkshire, yeah, got you here on Santiago 34 Radio 5, it's Scansdale.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers and beers, 73s from Steve Saxon. Quite a lot of stations coming through it back at box there, isn't there? that's what it's all about. You try and get out as far as you can, and a bit of height, it makes all the difference. It's like I'm up here in West Yorkshire, I'm talking right over there to Liverpool, and receiving stations from Chester. These are 100+ miles away, you know, and nobody would normally hear these kind of breakers. If you just, I'm only a few miles outside of Bradford, but if I were to go back down into Bradford, I wouldn't hear none of this at all. All I'd hear is them numpties in Bradford, and when I'm saying numpties, I'm really only referring to dealer, man, and that's that. So it's very, very enjoyable coming out and actually getting to play on the Mark 2G, and this is what you call freebanding. This is what you call freebanding. We're basically pirating on 11 metres. Now, nobody gives a damn. We're not trespassing on radio and bands. We're not trespassing on MOD frequencies, anything like that. This area of what's called high band, it is built into the, it's now legal. You know, for many years in the UK, it was illegal to be here. It's now legal. There's obviously power requirements and radio certification requirements. I'm probably in breach of my licence conditions by coming down and using this ham radio in this free band here. Probably in breach of my licence conditions, but to be honest, I'm a bit of a pirate, so I'm not really too concerned about that. We can go up and down these bands. Let's see what else we can hear. Now this is 20 metres. 14 megahertz is what's known as the 20 metre radio AM band. Now you can hear these CW transmissions going off. What you tend to find with the radio AM frequencies, at the bottom of the band you'll get all your strange modes, you know, CW, Morse code, RTTY, all them kind of non-voice, if you want to call it, non-voice. And then as you get to the topper end of the AM bands, you find it's more simplex communications. So obviously we're down at the bottom amongst all the codes and tones. I'm actually going to see if I can find anybody in simplex, so I'll just go up a bit. So there's some foreigners talking there, as you can hear. I've not got my tuner with me, and I've not got any of my HF antennas, so I'm not really going to be able to do any talking, or you know, I'm not going to be able to do any transmitting down on 20 metres, 40 metres, 80 metres, etc. But it's nice to come up here and have a listen and see what's on the bands. I'm going to go down and find some volmets to listen to. Now, people who don't know what volmets are, it's basically weather information for airliners, people who are flying aircraft, these pilots. Obviously, they can tune into the volmet and find out the latest weather information. So I'm going to go find a volmet. Now, this is the New York volmet. We're down on 5.450 megahertz listening on USB. And this is actually coming all the way from New York. It's the New York volmet. So I'm receiving this signal at approximately 1,000 miles away. Probably even a little bit more.
Between 190 degrees and 250 degrees. Visibility 6 kilometers. Light rain, light drizzle, cloud, dew at 1,500 feet. Feeling overcast at 2,500
Brilliant, isn't it?
feet. Temperature.
I could sit and listen to these weather broadcasts all day long. It's right up my street, this. I could just sit and listen to this Shannon Volmet all day long. I'm in my absolute element a minute. I'm sat at the top of this hill. I've got my ICOM 706 Mark 2G, which I finally got back off Smuggler. I'm very, very happy with how it's performed. I've had a quick blast out on sidebands. I've managed to get all the way out into the northwest, all the way out back over into my local area where I'm from. This bloody phone's beeping again! Shut up beeping! Fucking thing. So all it fucking does is beep all the time. I was in a really good mood until that phone started. Can't be doing it with bloody phones that beep all the time. This is live weather information from the airport. Live. It's also an indication of how well the band's running. Like, for example, at certain times of the day I won't be able to hear anything on that frequency. The band will effectively be closed. Now, the band's open and closed. They work on a cycle, all depending on the weather and the sun and the time of day and the time of year, and even the time we are in space as well. The space-time cycle, which relates to the solar cycle and things. So it's all interweaving, and you don't just hear everything all the time. That's the great thing about HF, and that's that's the great thing about coming up away from society. I haven't got much electricity around me up here. I'm up here on the top of the hills, in the mobile. No Wi-Fi routers around me. There's nobody with the bloody iPads and on and stuff, and no interference, no cheap Chinese power supplies running, no switch mode bloody wall warts, bloody dragging RF signal down. It's perfect. We're up here and everything's nice and steady away, how it should be, and it makes a change to come out and actually listen to the radio in this manner. I've no idea what these silly buggers are on about. Bloody foreigners. What are they on about? If I had my HF antenna, I'd be giving them a right gobful.
I'll take you round the gym.
This guy'll be a licensed radio am. I'm not a fan of licensed radio hams, I'll be honest with you. I prefer pirates. It might sound a bit contradictory because I'm a licensed radio ham myself, but there's something about being a pirate that really appeals to me, you know. It's all very well subscribing to a set of rules and acting by the by, but I personally like to do things my own way. And the best way of doing that is to be a pirate.
Das war ganz gut. Oder 2 Tage waren es dann nicht, aber da waren wir nur in London.
Sounds like a bloody German!
Und im Habermaster Pub, da war meine Tochter auch. Da waren die 6 Stunden.
Bloody Germans are in on 40 meters!
Von 18 Uhr bis fast 12 Uhr oder so. Und das hat ihnen halt gut gefallen. Ne?
I'm not listening to that.
Ja, ich hatte immer...
Channel 1 FM this. Brekkie brek. Brekkie brek. Brekkie brekker. Brekkie brek.
Good, Nick, that. Right, fucking brilliant, Nick.
Brekkie brek, come on.
Oh, is that somebody else on here?
Yeah, it's somebody else.
It is, yeah.
Whereabouts are you?
Yeah, another one. Somebody else is on channel with us.
Hello? Hello? Whereabouts are you, mate? Come on, that Brekkie, where are you? And you come across brekkers like that who obviously don't know how to use radio. They're talking to the sense down another channel. I broke in on them. You know, they don't understand the concept of brekkie brek. They were just like, oh, it sounds like somebody else is on channel. Oh, it sounds like somebody else is on channel. Well, of course there's somebody else on channel. Steve Saxon's there trying to break in on you. Trying to find out where you are and get a radio report and have a crack with you. But no, the bloody thick idiots, they're just going, oh, somebody else is on channel. Oh, somebody, you fucking thick bastards. Come on, that Brekkie, do you copy? Hello? I've not got time for this. Idiots, man. There's no wonder they call it Muppet Band on here. Glorious Yorkshire moors there, look. All over Bradford that way. Keighley there down in Valley and stuff. Right over there is sort of like looking over towards Manchester, Rochdale area and all that. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? It's stunning. That road down there is what used to be called Yorkshire Bumps. They've flattened them out a bit now. So anybody who might see this might know where I am now. Yorkshire Bumps. It's absolutely beautiful round here. It's a nice day. Perfect day for DXing, look. Perfect day. That's my antenna there. On top of my roof. That's what I've been using. Sirio 4000 on a triple mag. And it absolutely cracks out, especially from somewhere up here. It cracks out, it's bloody lovely. But I've had my fun, and I think I'm going to go home now. I've really enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed being out and about in fresh air and playing with my radio, getting some DX and stuff. And for me, this is what I'm passionate about. You know, I like to come out and I like to have crack on radio and see how far I can get. And that's what it's all about. You know, that's why we love and enjoy this hobby of radio, whether it's CB radio, AM radio, pirate radio, hybrid radio, whatever, it's all enjoyable, it's all bloody good stuff. So this is Steve Saxon signing off for now. Catch you all later, 10-10, 73s, cheers and beers, from me the Brekkers and me, Steve Saxon. Bye.